A very warm welcome to dear respected Jeannie ma'am. Bonjour. You're truly, truly honored to have you with us today. Delighted to learn from you. Our first friend session from you. The session is entirely yours. I would like to respectfully mention that a few students who are attending schools or a working professional may need to step out midway due to prior commitments. However, the students preparing for the TEF exam will be fully present throughout the session. We would be deeply grateful if you could kindly offer them a little extra attention towards the end, enabling them the practice with clarity and confidence as they work toward the cracking the exams and interviews. So thank you so much, ma'am. All time are yours because this is the last session in the morning. So yeah, it's all up to you. Over to you, my dear respected ma'am.
Merci beaucoup.
That's cool, ma'am.
Mon plaisir.
Mm.
I'd like to start our lesson by telling you how excited I am to be here with you. And it's always nice to dust off my French and speak it with other people because I live in a country where we basically speak English, and some of us speak English and Spanish, but basically we don't have a lot of French neighbors where I live. So this is a pleasure for me. And I got really, really excited about it. When I first started learning French, I was a freshman in high school, and my teacher was a native speaker from Paris. And she was a benefit that lasted my whole life because she gave us many tips on how to pronounce French. And one of them, of course, we're going to talk about today is the French R is very different from the English R, and maybe even the Hindi R. Maybe it is totally different. I don't speak Hindi, so I don't know. You'd know that. But she gave me some very good tips about it. And so I thought I would start my first lesson with that. But before we jump into my lesson on the pronunciation of R and J, I would like to do a little assessment of you. When I taught university, I always, on my first day of class, spoke to my students so that I could understand where they're starting from. And so this is my first class with you in French. I know some of you from our English class. So I'd like to have you speak four sentences, which I assume were sent to you. And the first one, this is just basically se présenter, mean introducing oneself. Okay, so se présenter is a reflexive verb, and I'm sure that you know what that means. But that's what we're going to do in this little beginning exercise. And every one of you will take part in this because I want to hear your confidence level and your starting point of pronunciation. So you will say, if you are willing to go first, you can put your hand up, but you will introduce yourself as je m'appelle, then je suis étudiante, je suis étudiante, uh, j'ai, 10 ans, I'm 10 years old, or if you're an adult, you don't want to say that, you can just say, je suis un étudiante uh, adult. Okay, so I'm an adult student. And then you can just talk about your language skills. If you have more than one, you can add more. I put three here. Je parle hindi, anglais, et français. Okay. So you can just tell me where you are. And so everybody, I would like you to jump into this exercise with a smile. And once we go through everybody and I understand uh, sort of where you are, then we'll go into the lesson that I planned for today. Okay, so who's first? Who's first? Good big hand here. Nobody wants to be first, right? When I was
Ma'am,
teaching in
you remember our first English class? It is going to be the same way now. Like nobody
when
wanted to raise and nobody wanted to speak, and today nobody let us speak. So yeah, it's going
yeah,
to be. But Ishan is there, ma'am. Yeah,
I'm just
Ishan
going to
wants to
give
speak.
you a little hint. When we begin to start any task, whether it's speaking another language or anything at all, sometimes we're very shy because we don't want to make a mistake in front of other people. And don't even worry about that because they're worried about the same thing and they won't care. Really. Uh, when they leave here today, they will forget what you said 10 minutes. So if you made a mistake, it's absolutely dochen, okay? It's nothing, okay? So I see the first hand is Ishan Solha. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct, ma'am.
Okay, so choose the four sentences, please. You can either um, give your age on the third one, or you can say you're an adult. But I just want to hear you speak.
Ishad, unmute yourself, bete.
I can say my name, my profession, and the languages I speak. About that.
Yes, you
Nothing.
will say, you will introduce your name, and you will say, I'm a student and I am either X years old or I am an adult student. And then you will say what languages you speak. Okay.
Sure, ma'am. Bonjour, je m'appelle Ishan. Euh, je suis étudiant en cybersécurité. Euh, je, j'ai 33 ans. J'ai parlé anglais, hindi et un peu de français. J'habite en Inde.
Oh, very good. Very, very nice. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Okay.
Merci, merci.
Who would like to go next? Okay. So I see Yashashvi Sood has her hand up. So let's go with Yashashvi.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Yashashvi Sood. Je, je viens de Meerut, Uttar Pradesh. Je suis indienne. Euh, je, je suis uns. Je suis uns.
Okay, so I'm not sure that we did that. Let's start from the first sentence again. That went well. Announce your name, please.
Je,
Encore.
je m'appelle Yashashvi Sood.
Yes. Okay. I'm a student.
Je suis étudiant.
Very good.
Je, je uns.
Je uns ans.
Je uns.
Very good.
Je,
And the
je parlais, je parlais Hindi, English, and Français and German.
okay, now, so not parler, you parle. Okay. Je parle. Okay, je parle. Parler is another person. Okay. So je parle Hindi, anglais, et français. Alemania, right? You're a little German. I'm not sure that I
Yes,
said that.
ma'am.
I just said that right, but thank you very much. Okay. So do you understand what I'm talking about tense? Je parle, because parle goes with je. Parler is a different person in the conjugation. Okay. Like parlez-vous, that's second person plural, right? But you are first person singular. So je parle. Okay. Very good. All right. Next, Namya.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Namia Goel. Je suis étudiant. J'ai 18 ans. Je viens de Inde. J'ai parlé anglais, hindi, punjabi et un peu de français.
Okay. Once again, you parle. You don't parlay. Okay. Je
Parle.
parle.
Je
Je parle.
parle.
Yes, right. Because parlay is a different ending. It belongs to the second person plural. Do you understand what I mean by that when we conjugate? Je, then the familiar to, and then do you understand what I'm talking about? Vous is
Yes.
okay, very good. Just a second, I'll write down your name here. I'm going to correct you because Dr. Madhvi wants me to correct you. Okay, she wants you to learn this right. So I'm not going to say, oh, that's so fabulous when it's not, when I need to correct you. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so Aradi, you'd like to go?
Yes, ma'am. Bonjour, je m'appelle Aradhya. Je viens d'Inde. Je parle, je, Hindi, English, Marathi, France, German.
Okay, and you left out two sentences. You left out two. Aradi, where are you? So you're going to give your name. You're going to say that you're a student. You're going to give your age, and then you're going to talk about the languages. Okay, so there's 4 sentences. So please répétez, s'il vous plaît.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay?
Okay. Ma'am, can you repeat the sentence?
Okay, so your first sentence is your name. Your second sentence is that you're a student. Your third sentence is your age. And your fourth sentence is the languages that you speak. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, may I speak again?
Yes, I want you to.
Je m'appelle Aradhya. Je suis student. Je suis
Étudiant.
student.
Je suis
Je,
étudiant.
je suis étudiant. Je, je, je dis un. Je parle hindi, anglais et français.
Very good. All right, that's good. Now we're cooking with gas here. Okay, very good. So you are 11 years old, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ensemble. Okay. All right, now Kritika, please.
Je m'appelle Kritika. Je suis étudiant. J'ai 13 ans. Je, je parle hindi, English et français.
Okay, English is anglais, right?
Anglais.
Okay, very good. And I appreciate that. You gave it some gusto. Thank you. Okay. All right, who's next? Yashvan.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Yeshwansu. Je suis étudiant. J'ai 11 ans. Je parle hindi, anglais et français. Merci beaucoup.
You did well. Well, that very good. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. Okay. So next I see Dr. Deepthi.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Dr. Deepthi. Je viens d'Inde. Je comprends toi and je m'appelle Hindi, anglais et français. Ashanti.
Okay. We're going to go through this one more time slowly together. Okay, so we're going to go with the first one. Please present yourself. Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle Dr. Deepthi.
Good.
Je suis étudiante. Je suis un étudiant. Je comprends toi and I'm 43-year-old, so je comprends toi and je parle hindi, anglais et français.
Okay. So
Ashanti.
yeah, thank you. Merci beaucoup. Right. So
Merci beaucoup.
so you decided to give your age and you said you were 23. Is that correct? Because if you're
Yeah,
not a
yeah.
child, if you're not a child,
You're
you can say
23, Deepti ma'am. You're 23.
No, no, ma'am, 43. 43.
yeah.
By mistake.
The number did not come across, so I really was trying to
Yeah,
understand it. But if you are an
yeah,
adult
yeah.
in this group, you can just say je suis un or une étudiante adulte. Okay, so you don't have to give
Okay,
you don't
okay.
have to tell me your age, because a lot of adults don't like to give their age. But when we say et français. So this sentence I would like you to repeat, please, that you just said, je parle hindi, anglais et français. Okay, please répétez, s'il vous plaît.
Je parle hindi, anglais et français.
Okay, so not
Little
parler,
bit français.
not parler,
Je
je
parle.
parle. Je
Japan.
parle.
je parle. Je
Japan.
parle Hindi, anglais, and little bit French. Little bit, I don't know what I say.
Thank you very Thank you very much. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm just not going to let you learn to repeat something that isn't correct because that's not why we're here, right? We're here so that you can. Um, is I'm sorry. We have very cold weather here in Indiana, and it's killing me. In French, as you know, we have different endings for the verbs. It's not like in English where we basically use the same ending. And as I said, I don't speak Hindi, so I don't know what kind of endings you have. But I know when I was learning Japanese in Japan, they had all kinds of endings, and some of them had to do with how important you were and how polite they had to be to you. So it took a lot to learn one verb because you had to have all of these endings. So in French, we have to understand that there are different endings with the verbs for regular verbs and irregular verbs. So that's the reason why I'm trying to correct you because I don't want you to say je parlais, je parle, okay? That's what we want to say. All right, let me see who hasn't gone yet. Let me see who hasn't gone. Mohit Aurora, are you ready to go?
Yeah. Bonjour, madame. Je m'appelle Mohit Arora. Uh, je suis étudiant, étudiant,
Étudiant,
je,
étudiant.
étudiant. J'ai
Mhm.
38 ans. Euh, je parle hindi, anglais et français.
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 Yeah, je parle hindi, anglais, et français.
English, français.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, good. Okay, who hasn't gone? You can't escape me. I'm going to track you down. Okay, who else? Did somebody escape through the back door? Okay, I don't know.
Kevin Patel. Kevin Patel
Okay,
is
Yeah.
there.
Kevin.
Yes,
Kevin, I
friend.
see your hand up.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Kevin. Je suis, je suis un étudiant adulte. Je vaquette à je parle hindi, anglais et français.
Well, thank you very much. That went well. Thank you. That went very well.
Merci
Thank you.
beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.
Okay, so now the reason why I wanted you to do this exercise is because it really helps me understand our starting point. Because I don't know how long you've been studying French, and I don't know how long you have been practicing listening to other people. When I was taking French, especially university, I used to go into the language lab all the time and listen to the tapes because one of the things that we have to do when we're learning a language is learn how to hear and understand the language, right? It isn't just reading it or isn't just practicing the words. We have to also understand how to hear and comprehend. Okay. So that is the reason why I did this. Okay, now we're going to get down into the nitty gritty of our lesson. Okay, I'm going to open up. Do I have the power to open up my PowerPoint?
Yes, ma'am, you can. Sure.
Excuse me.
Never mind, ma'am. It's okay.
Okay.
Snowfall is there, right? It's a
I'm
snowfall
sorry.
for so long in US, so in Indiana especially.
Let me see why it won't let me share my screen. Oh, finally share my screen. Okay, we're gonna go here.
Perfect, ma'am. Here, ma'am. You
Okay, so
can.
now I want to go to slideshow from the beginning. Okay, so as I mentioned to you, my very first French teacher was a native Parisian. And of course, her French was excellent. Her accent was excellent. And the first thing that she tried to teach us American students was how to pronounce the French R. And also the J is very different than what we usually use in English. Like, for example, my first name is Jeannie, and you'll notice my lips, Jeannie. My tongue is at the front of my mouth. But in French, it would be Jeannie. It's more of a sh sound. Jeannie, I am Jeannie. Okay. I am young, I am Jean. My dress is yellow, is Jean. Okay. So those are the two consonants that I'm going to cover in our lesson today so that you can get used to hearing them and creating them yourselves. Since this is my first class with you, some of you may already know how to do the French R, and we'll soon find out. I'm assuming that maybe you don't. Maybe you need a little bit of help.
Not
And
at
so,
all, ma'am. Their R is absolutely fine.
okay.
Absolutely
So,
fine. They know how to speak R. Actually, in Hindi, Jenny ma'am, how it is, we pronounce each and everything. So telling
okay.
them so many times a gargle sound and this and but they by default they speak R. And again, we have a biscuit called Parle G. So they are
Okay.
so unable to say pal, so they say parle parle. So this is how it is. Yeah.
You know, it is very interesting as you begin to study languages. I studied a little bit of Spanish because we have a lot of Spanish speaking people in America. And one of the things that you learn when you read Spanish is there is not one single letter or consonant in that word that is not pronounced. Now, see, in English, that's not the case. We have plenty of letters in the word that are not pronounced. And it makes it very difficult for people who are non-English speakers to learn how to listen and hear and spell English. Now, in French, this is the same thing too. You find out that very few final consonants will you be pronouncing. Je suis étudiant. And we don't say étudiante. Okay, we don't say that. Je suis étudiante or je suis un étudiant. If I say I'm a female student, okay? So this is what we're going to be learning in our class here is beginning to hear and understand what we want to learn to pronounce. So, bienvenue à ma première course. Okay, welcome to my first class. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is the R because it is one of the most important consonants that you have to master if you are going to speak French so that people will understand what you're saying. Okay, so we will practice the R sound and we'll practice the J sound. Nous allons nous entraîner à utiliser le son R français. We will practice using the French R sound. So you notice the very first verb combination is nous allons nous. Why? Because this is a reflexive verb. So when we are using a reflexive verb, we always nous allons nous entraîner. The reflexive verb is nous entraîner à utiliser le son sound R français. So whenever we have a reflexive verb, we have to include the pronoun. Okay, because that is what happens in the French language. We don't do that in English. You know, I'm going to study French. We just say, I'm going to study French, but we have to say in French, we are going to study, okay? We have to use that reflexive pronoun. And so we're also going to do it with the J sound, which I just demonstrated to you that it's a difference in how we place our lips and tongue. So in English, we're going to put the tongue closer to the front of the mouth and move our lips, and it's going to be a harder sound. Jeannie, Jeannie. But in French, I'm going to say Jeannie. I'm going to say Jeannie. So it's going to be an entirely different placement of the tongue. And those are the kinds of little things that we're going to learn in my class. Okay, going to the next slide here. So the French R is a question of geography, according to this, which I thought was really cute. So the uvular, do you know what the uvula is? It's that little thing in the back of the throat that hangs down. That's called the uvula. And that is the origin point of the French R. Okay. And it's very difficult for some people to learn how to do the R. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that, but you may have to practice. You may have to, spend some time just creating that sound, because it's not anything that you use even in German if you're studying German. It's not. So we're going to learn how to do that today. But basically, the diagram here shows this is the uvula that hangs down in the back of the throat. The beginning of the French R starts back here and it comes out in the front. Whereas if we use an English R, it sounds closer to up here at the upper palate here. Okay, so alveolar is the English R, is up here by the front palate. The uvular R starts here in the back. Okay, so we are going to say, that's the reason why a practice word that we're going to do here is rouge. If I'm saying it in English, my tongue is up here close to the front of my mouth, rouge. But if I'm going to say it red in French, the sound is going to come from the back of my throat, rouge. Okay, so English, rouge, French, rouge. Okay, comes from the back of the throat, where the uvula is. So that's what they call the uvular R. All right, so now I have this straw right here, and unfortunately it's not very visible because it's kind of clear. But in this exercise, they tell you you can use your tongue to push, your finger to push your tongue back. I just use a straw. So I just gave you the example. If we say with an English accent, the R is up on the palate and we make the sound go rouge. And now I'm going to push my tongue back with this straw, rouge, okay? So I push my tongue back because that's where the sound starts. So you can use your finger if you want to at home, but I just use this straw. Rouge, 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 rouge.
Yeah.
Okay, I want each one of you to practice that with me, right? Okay, so we're going to go one by one because this is important. And you may not get it tonight for the very first time. You may not get that. But I want to hear you try, and then you can practice at home. So the very first person on my screen who gets to go first is Namya. Okay. Sorry, but that's where you are. So I want you to say the English R, rouge, and I want you to say rouge.
Rouge. Rouge.
No, push the tongue back.
Rouge.
Rouge. Rouge. It's going to
Rouge.
come from the back of your throat. Okay, try it again, please.
Rouge.
Okay, good. All right, so the difference is rouge, tongue is in the front, up at the top, and for rouge, the tongue is pulled back in the back of the throat, okay? One more time, please.
Rouge.
Okay, that's going to come along. You'll practice it because you understand now what I'm going for, right? The next person on my screen is Aradi. Please try the R. Hello? Bonjour.
He's
Where'd
still silent, opening his camera. Aradhya, unmute yourself. Ma'am is asking you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Rouge.
first, okay, English and now French.
Rouge.
No, I don't hear very much of a difference. I want you to pull that tongue back, rouge. Have it come from the back of your throat. Rouge, English, rouge, French. Okay? Rouge,
Rouge.
and now rouge.
Rouge.
Okay. I know you're trying, and that's good for you, but you need to practice understanding what I'm saying. If your tongue is too far forward, you're going to the English sounding R, rouge. So your tongue has to go back in your throat, back there by that uvula. You see it right there? Your tongue's got to go back.
Yes,
And
yes.
if you have a straw, push yourself back. So you go, rouge. All right? So I think,
Rouge.
okay, work on it. Okay, work on it. There you go. Next person on my screen is Mohit.
Yeah. In English, it's rouge, and in French, you say rouge, rouge, rouge,
Rouge. But you're still
rouge.
gonna have the sound, you're still gonna have the G sound. Rouge. rouge.
Woof, woof, woof,
Okay, that's
woof.
coming along pretty well. That's coming along pretty well. Okay, somehow you escaped from my screen, so I'm going to look at you now. So would you do it one more time so I can look at your mouth? English R and French R.
English it's rouge and French woof, 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 woof,
Rouge, rouge.
woof, woof,
Good. Yeah, that's coming along
woof,
better now because we don't want
woof,
to lose the G. Rouge.
yeah,
Okay. Very good.
woof.
The
Hmm.
next on my
Yeah.
screen is Kritika.
In English, we say rouge, and in French, rouge,
Rouge. Rouge.
rouge,
Okay.
rouge,
Okay, that's better, but still we need to have that tongue back a little farther back in the throat. Rouge.
rouge,
All right, that's better. Practice that, okay? Practice that. One more time, and then I'll let you off the hook.
rouge.
Okay, good. I think you need to spend a little bit more. As I said, this is not easy for people who don't have this in their language. You know, this kind of R is easy for some people that have it already in there. Like, you know, the Israelis use this kind of R sound too. So you hear it when you listen to them talk. But if you don't have this in your language, it takes a little practice. Okay, Ishan, please.
In English, it's rouge, and in French, it's rouge.
Very good. Hey, that worked for you. Okay, Dr. Deepti.
In English, it's rouge. In French, it's rouge.
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 Rouge. Okay, one more time.
Rouge. In
Rouge.
English, it's rouge. In French, it's rouge.
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 I'm sorry, darling. I want you to no, bless your heart. I want you I want you to take your tongue back in your throat. It's going to come from the back of your throat, okay? Rouge.
Rouge.
Okay, that's
Sorry.
better. But you're going to need to practice that one, okay? And this is not unusual. This happens to a lot of people who begin to start studying French. Is that they have to learn how to do that R because it's throughout the language. It's not just every now and then. You're going to come across it all the time. Okay, Kevin, are you ready?
Yep. So in English, it's rouge, and in French, it's rouge.
That's pretty good. Try the rouge. Rouge.
Rouge.
Okay, that's pretty good. Try one more time.
Rouge.
Okay, rouge. Rouge.
Rouge.
Okay, so I want you to spend some time practicing this, and you will begin to understand the mechanics of it over time. Okay, and you know, just do it at home in your bedroom or something like that. You know, while you're just by yourself, so you don't feel self-conscious. But it's one of the consonants that you really want to master as soon as you can while you study French. Okay, next slide. Okay, I sent a video to Dr. Madvi with the French R, and the person I tried to find something that was short, so this was a short one, but in the end he did a pretty good job of explaining it. So there you go. And then the J sound, which we talked about already, where it is a completely different formation of the tongue and lips. Jeannie versus Jeannie. Okay, it's a
Hmm.
different placement of the tongue and the lips, and so you will practice that too, because we use the je sound very much. As I mentioned, when we say jeune, which means young, jaune, which means yellow, and then of course Genie. Okay, now we're going to do some vocabulary, and I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by the words because these are words that we are going to use all the time. Okay, when we talk about practicing and things like that, we're going to have the groupings. And at first you may go and you go, oh, wait, this looks hard. But you will, over time, learn them really quickly because we are going to use them in every lesson. So they will become second nature to you, okay? So going to the next slide. The first one is s'entraîner. And this is a reflexive verb. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you, Mohit, since your mic is off, what exactly do I mean by reflexive verb? We talked about this at the beginning of the class.
It's like reflective verbs like
Okay, I'm going to say it again.
okay.
It has to have a pronoun. Okay,
Okay.
so it's not like a regular verb doesn't take an additional pronoun. But when we have a reflexive verb, that means it's going to
Okay.
have that additional pronoun. Okay, the next verb, utiliser, to use. We're going to use that all the time in my classes. Practice, s'entraîner, we're going to say it all the time. Utiliser, all the time. Envoyer means sent. We're going to use it all the time. And you'll notice that envoyer is not a reflexive verb because it is when we send something, it isn't something that is done to ourselves. When we practice, we are practicing something to ourselves. So we have to have the additional pronoun. Okay? So that's the reason why I'm telling you in this list which ones are the reflexive verbs and which ones are not. So if you have a reflexive verb that starts with a vowel, it will be S apostrophe. If it is starting with a consonant, it will be SE, S, and then the verb, okay? But since these examples that I'm showing you here start with a verb, then I start with a vowel that we have to use S apostrophe. Okay, so sede, to help. All right, now I would like each one of us to pronounce these. So I'm going to, wait a second. What happened? All right, now, okay, I was trying to go up to the top of my list. Okay. So at the top of my list is Namya, so she gets to pronounce them first. So we're going to do s'entraîner,
Son,
utiliser, envoyer, céder. Okay, now we're going to repeat after me. S'entraîner,
s'entraîner,
utiliser,
utiliser,
envoyer,
envoyer,
céder.
céder,
Okay, now by yourself, all four by yourself.
s'entraîner, utiliser,
S'entraîner, s'entraîner,
s'entraîner, utiliser, envoyer, céder,
envoyer, envoyer.
envoyer, céder.
Very good. You'll notice most of the time in French, if you have E and N combination at the beginning of a word, it's always going to be en. And it's going to be nasal sound, en. So it's not going to be like envoyer. It's going to be envoyer, envoyer, okay? All
Envoyer.
right. Do you feel comfortable about that or would you like to try it one more time?
I feel comfortable.
Okay, good. She says, I don't even want to do this one more time.
I could do this, but if you ask I'm comfortable, that I am comfortable.
Okay, good. Okay, the next on my screen is a Radi. But I would like you to repeat after me and then do it by yourself. First one is s'entraîner,
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 utiliser,
utiliser,
envoyer,
envoyer,
céder.
céder.
Okay. You feel comfortable? You want to do it by yourself or you want to do it with me one more time?
I'm comforting by myself.
Okay.
S'entraîner,
S'entraîner.
utiliser, s'entraîner,
S'entraîner.
utiliser, envoyer,
No,
céder,
envoyer.
Uh,
envoyer, céder.
Okay, so remember what I just told you. If it's an en combination here at the beginning of the word, it's going to be nasal, en. It's not going to be en. Okay, en. Very good. So you did a good job. You want to do it one more time to make me happy?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm glad that my happiness is important to him. Okay, let's try it. S'entraîner.
S'entraîner. Utiliser.
Utiliser.
Utiliser. Utiliser. Avant. Avant.
Envoyer.
Envoyer. Céder.
Céder.
Céder. Céder.
Very good. Very good. Now practice this at home because I think that you have a copy of my lesson, so you can do that. All right. The
Okay.
next on my screen is Mohit. Do you want to try this?
Yeah. Its first
Do you
one
want
is
to,
a
do you want to
sound
repeat
quene.
after me? Do you want to repeat
No,
after me, or
no,
you want to go for it? You know, go for it. Okay.
no. I want to. I can go. The first one is sound quene. Second one utilize, and the third one is a envoyer, envoyer, and the fourth one is céder.
Okay. Please say s'entraîner again, please.
Sound quene, sound quene,
S'entraîner.
sound quene,
S'entraîner. S'entraîner.
sound quene, sound quene, sound quene, sound
Oh, that was
quene.
better. Getting good now.
Sa-
Yes, s'entraîner.
Sound
Utiliser.
quene.
Envoyer. Céder.
Utilize, envoyer, céder.
Okay, good for you. It got better as we went
Merci.
along there with the s'entraîner. Okay. All right. So Ishan, good for you, Mohit. Very good for you. Okay, Ishan, are you
Merci,
ready to
merci
go?
beaucoup.
Do you want to repeat after me, or you just want to go for it?
I can go for it.
Okay.
S'entraîner, utiliser, envoyer, céder.
Yay! Yay! Okay, good for you. Excellent.
Well done. Well
Very,
done.
very good for you. Okay, Dr. Deepti, do you want to repeat after me, or do you want to go for it?
Go for it.
Okay.
Sakane, Sakane, Utli,
S'entraîner. S'entraîner. Okay. S'entraîner.
Sakane, Sakane, Utili, Se, and Boy, Sadi.
Okay, now I want you to repeat after me, okay? Listen
Okay.
and repeat to me, okay? Écoutez. Écoutez, s'il vous plaît. S'entraîner.
Sakane, Sakane,
Dr.
S'entraîner.
Deepti, it's not her, it is tha. Kindly see the T sound also.
S'entraîner. Okay? So it's the T followed
Sakane,
immediately by the French R. S'entraîner. Okay?
Sakane, Sakane.
S'entraîner. Okay? Listen, please. It
Ginny ma'am,
is
actually, she got misunderstanding. She's listening her sound. It is not khase khargosh, it is thatera. Tha. Are you understanding, Dr. Deepti?
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, she's
this,
listening at tha
what
sound.
we
She's
have here. What
not
we
tha
have
but
here,
tha.
we have a T
Sorry.
followed by the French R. Okay? You can see this. And then we see the circumflex over the I. Okay? S'entraîner. Okay, that's what I want you to do. One more
Oh,
time.
Sakane.
That's getting better. That's getting better. Okay, next one is utiliser. Utiliser.
Utiliser,
Very good.
utiliser,
Envoyer. Envoyer.
envoyer,
Envoyer.
envoyer,
Envoyer.
envoyer,
Good. Okay.
envoyer. Thank
ER
you.
is always A. Envoyer. Céder.
Envoyer. Céder.
Good. You're getting better. But you spend a few minutes a day practicing these words because you see what they mean: to practice, to use, to send, to help. These are verbs that we are going to use all the time in this class. These aren't
Yeah.
obscure things that you aren't ever going to hear again. So it's better that you learn how to pronounce them and understand them when they're being said. So thank you very much. Okay, Kevin, you're up.
Santiani.
No. Repeat after me, okay? S'entraîner.
Santiani.
S'entraîner.
Swantiane.
Okay, look at this. We have a T followed by the French R. S'entraîner.
Swantiane.
S'entraîner.
Swantiane.
Traîner.
It's third sound.
Tiane.
Thane.
S'entraîner.
Swantia.
Yes.
Swantiane.
Okay, that one was getting better. You're in the ballpark now. Okay, let's try it again. S'entraîner.
Swantiane.
Traîner.
Tiane.
Getting better. Okay, now you'll have to practice this too because I think that you hear me. I think that you hear what I'm saying, s'entraîner, but your tongue isn't where it needs to be for that TR sound. So we have a T and a French R together. S'entraîner. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Next one, please. Utiliser.
Utiliser.
Envoyer.
Envoyer.
Céder.
Céder.
Good. All right. So the only stumbling block you have in this series is s'entraîner. Okay. So and this is really not unusual. You know, this is the kind of thing where everybody who's trying to learn French has to learn how to make that R sound and to put it together with a consonant immediately in front of it. So this is not unusual, and don't feel self-conscious. Okay, don't do that. Okay, so some of the other core vocabulary words that we used in my lesson today: son. This is meaning sound, and it can be le sound because it is a masculine and it will take the masculine pronoun. Okay, videos. This is a feminine noun. So les vidéos, un vidéo, la vidéo, it'll always take the feminine article. Court, court. So once again, we have the R sound, but in this case, it precedes the hard consonant T. Courts, courts. So we're going to say the T sound. Not really like court, like we maybe would do in English, but we're going to hear it. Court, okay? And this is means short, and it's an adjective, feminine. Wait, I didn't mean to do that. Wait, no, come on. What happened? No, the rest of you, I don't want you to feel cheated. I'm going to bring this back. Okay. Également. Okay. So we have an accent, tagu, également. And once again, we have en, so we know that this is going to be a nasal sound. And because it's a French word, we're probably not going to pronounce that T, right? That's the first thing that we notice as we're looking at this. Également, également. And this is another word for also. So if you've studied any French at all, you notice that oftentimes we use aussi for also. But également is used also when we're trying to reinforce something that is more important. So along with, it kind of means that whatever the actual verb is, in addition to, we're supporting it, okay? And not like aussi is a very common version of also. So if we were talking about something serious and we wanted to say, and also blah, 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 we say également, blah, 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 okay? So this is, you know, like in any language, English, I don't care what language it is, probably Hindi, you have times when you have to choose the correct word for the circumstance. Maybe there are synonyms, but you want to use the correct word. So également is when we're talking about something serious. So blah, 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 également, blah, blah, blah. And aussi is also, and it's a more common type of a sentence. So we're going to go son for sound, videos, court, également. These are the words we're going to pronounce right now. Son, O-N, it'll be nasal sound, son, videos, court, également. All right, so once again, Nami, you're at the top of my list. You're just right there, so I'm going to go down the line here. So you can repeat after me and then say it yourself, or you can go for it if you think you're ready.
I can go by myself.
Okay.
Sont, videos, court, également.
Very good. Very good. Everybody give her a hand. That was first time out of the gate here, and she did it great. Okay. The next person on my list is Mohit.
Yeah, it's first sans, video, quand, également,
Également.
également,
Également.
également,
Right. Right.
également,
And the OU is always U. So court. Okay.
court,
Basically.
court, court,
Let's
court,
let's try those four again, please.
sans, video, court, également.
Very good. All right, Ishan, you're up.
The first one is song, video, court, également.
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 Very good. Try également one more time.
Également.
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 Également. Good for you. All right, Dr. Deepti, you want to just go for it or do you want to repeat after me?
I go for son,
Okay.
video, court, également.
Very good. Hey, this is your group. This is your group. Okay.
Oh,
Kevin.
thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Kevin, you want to
Merci
go for it?
beaucoup.
Yep. Sont, video, court, également.
Very good. Very, very good. Hey, we're
Okay.
coming along now.
That's it.
Excuse me. As I said, I sent Dr. Madvi 2 short videos to help you practice the R and the J. And bienvenue à mon premier cours. Welcome to my first class. These are phrases that you can practice so that you can say them. But just for laughs, since you're all doing so well now, all right, I'm not doing this very well. Okay, so who wants to? I will always be sending Dr. Madvi some videos. Okay, so who wants to take this sentence on? J'ai envoyé 2 courtes vidéos au Dr. Madvi pour vous aider à vous entraîner. So we have reflective verbs right here for you to train yourself. Okay? All right. J'ai envoyé 2 courtes vidéos au Dr. Mati pour vous aider à vous entraîner. All right. The next one is. What was that? Okay. Bienvenue à mon premier cours. Okay. Bienvenue à mon premier cours. All right. Who wants to try these?
Can I, ma'am?
Okay. You're at the top of my list, so you might as well go.
J'ai envoyé 2 courtes vidéos au Dr. Madvi pour vous aider à vous entraîner. Bienvenue, Antoine. Bienvenue à mon premier cours.
You know, this was really very, very good. But remember, en, the very first, j'ai envoyé. En is always going to be en. Okay, so not n. So, j'ai envoyé 2 courtes vidéos au Dr. Mati pour vous aider à vous entraîner. And you know, in French, when we have the S in front of a vowel, we're going to do liaison. Liaison. J'ai envoyé 2 courtes vidéos au Dr. Mati pour vous aider à vous entraîner. Okay? Very, very good. You know, you're a brilliant student, Namya, and I'm sorry that you are at the top of my list and I have to pick on you first every time. But let's go one more time, all right? J'ai envoyé. Try, please.
J'ai envoyé 2 courtes vidéos au Dr.
No, not envoy, envoyé.
Envoyé. J'ai
Envoyé.
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 Envoyé 2 courtes
De,
vidéos. 2 courtes vidéos au Dr. Madvi pour vous aider à vous entraîner.
okay. Well, you know what, darling? It got worse as we went along. You started out better, but now I'm going to try it one more time. I want you to remember that en is en, nasal, and de is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 is 2 courtes vidéos au Dr. Madvi pour vous liaison, vous aider à vous entraîner. Okay, because we always do that liaison between the S and the vowel. J'ai envoyé 2 courtes vidéos au Dr. Madvi pour vous aider à vous entraîner. Try that for me one more time.
Je envoie deux courtes
De,
vidéos
no, not
de,
do,
de courtes vidéos au Dr. Madhvi pour vous aider à vous entraîner.
Okay, pretty good. Entraîner. Okay, that's the
Entraîner.
stem. Yeah. Okay, and the next one,
Bienvenue à mon premier cours.
bienvenue. Bienvenue. À mon premier.
Bienvenue à mon
Okay.
premier cours.
Okay. I want you to take heart. You've done very well tonight, and don't feel bad because, like, I'm picking on you. I just want you to learn the pronunciation. Okay. So
I'm
if
open
I
to
tell you,
constructive criticism, ma'am.
okay, good, because that's my job. My job is to help you learn how to pronounce French, and that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, the next on my list here is Mohit.
Yeah. J, J, avião,
No,
do,
no, no, no. We already talked about no
dois.
je is je.
J,
Je envoyé.
J, J, avião, dois, cu, vídeos a Dr. Madhavi, who a, who were, a, they was uncroné, bienvenue à mon premier cours.
Okay, Mohit, my dear friend, that did not go well. Okay, so we're going to try it from the top. First of all, the
Yeah.
J is not
J,
J. Je is a je.
J,
Okay. Yeah.
J, J,
So we have the sound itself is je, and we put it with a, so it's going to be j'ai envoyé.
J, J'ai
J'ai
envoyé,
deux
j'ai envoyé deux
courtes
courtes, courtes
vidéos
vidéos
au Dr. Madvi,
à, Dr. Madhavi,
au
au Dr.
Dr.
au,
Madvi
au Dr. Madhavi pour,
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 pour, à, pour, à
pour
vous,
vous aider à vous entraîner. Okay,
pour
this is
vous aider à entraîner,
vous
entre-
entraîner.
vous entraîner, vous entraîner.
Okay, that got better as it went along, but please practice this because I will be
Yeah.
saying this all the time. In my lessons, I'm going to be telling you that I've sent 1 video, 2 videos, 3 videos, because I send them all the time if I can find short ones. So, and the J sound was part of the lesson we did
J,
today. The J itself is J, and we put it with the AI, J, envoyé de
J,
courtes vidéos au
good.
documenti pour vous aider à vous entraîner. Okay, next one. Bienvenue à mon premier cours.
Bienvenue à mon premier cours.
That went well. That went well for you. Okay, good for you.
Merci.
Okay. Ishan, you're up.
Euh, j'ai envoyé deux courtes vidéos au Dr. Madvi pour vous aider à vous entraîner.
Vous aider à vous
Vous,
entraîner.
vous
Yeah.
aider à vous entraîner.
Okay. Let's start that from the top again. That went pretty well for you. J'ai, start from
J'ai,
the beginning.
j'ai envoyé deux courtes vidéos au Dr. Madvi pour vous aider à vous entraîner.
Okay. Well, it's not going to be ade, it's going to be ede.
Aider.
AI
Vous,
is going to be that diphthong, ede, à vous. Okay, that's pretty well. The next sentence, please.
bienvenue à mon premier cours.
Okay, good. Now, I think you did very well. Let's do them one right after another. Okay, first sentence followed by the second sentence.
J'ai envoyé deux courtes vidéos au Dr. Madri pour vous aider à vous entraîner. Bienvenue à mon premier cours.
Yay, that went well. Good for you. All right, practice it because, as I said, this sentence about how many videos I'm sending, you're going to be seeing that from me all the time.
Merci beaucoup.
So you might as well just learn how to say it and hear it. Okay. Okay, Dr. Deepti, you're up.
J'ai
Yes.
envoyé court vidéo à Dr. Marty pour vous aider à vous entraîner.
Okay, now remember.
Bienvenue
Okay, proceed.
à mon premier cours.
Okay. Remember in the first sentence that OU is O, not O. So it'll be O like the sound of a long O. AU is O. J'ai
Oh,
envoyé de courtes vidéos au Dr. Madvi pour vous aider à vous entraîner.
j'ai envoyé. Sorry, man. Z A N V O Y E is on row. Is it right? Z on row.
Envoyé.
Is it right, man?
No.
Envoyer.
Yeah, we
Z
want to say,
envoyer.
I want you to repeat after me.
Envoyer.
I'm going to do this in fragments.
Yeah.
Repeat after me, please. J'ai envoyé.
Okay.
Go ahead, please.
J'ai envoyé. J'ai
Deux courtes,
envoyé.
deux courtes vidéos. Deux
Du
courtes
code
vidéos.
code
Courtes
du
vidéos.
code du
Oh, Dr.
videos.
Madvi. Oh,
Oh,
Dr. Madvi.
Dr. Matthew.
Pour vous
Oh,
aider.
Dr. Matthew. Pour
Pour,
vous aider.
pour vous aider à vous entraîner.
Pour
Okay?
vous
Would you like to try it? Her picture's gone. Has she escaped? Okay, no, she's done it.
No, maybe disconnected. Now again
uh,
she's there. Yes, the
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
network issue. So. Yes, Dr. Deepti,
Okay.
speak.
Well, all right. Let's go to Kevin then. Kevin, do you need me to give it to you, or are you ready?
No, I can try by myself.
Okay.
J envoy du
No. It's not J. It's J.
J.
No. Please listen. It's not the hard J like in Jeannie. It's J. And then you put it with AI. It's J. Okay.
Yeah. J. J'ai envoyé des
De,
côtés
de,
du du
de.
co-
No, not do. De.
du
No. De.
du
No. You're saying do, and I'm saying de.
du
Nope.
the
Yes! De. That's
the.
it. Okay.
Oh,
J'ai envoyé de.
j'ai envoyé de
Not J, j'ai.
j'ai
J'ai envoyé de.
j'ai envoyé tout
De. You're almost
the
there.
the
You're this
the
close.
yeah.
You're this close.
Yeah.
J'ai envoyé deux courtes vidéos au Dr. Matthew pour vous aider à vous entraîner. Okay, let's try that.
J'ai envoyé
De.
the code vidéo où Dr. Madhvi pour vous aide à vous entraîner.
Vous aider à vous entraîner.
Vous aide à vous entraîner.
Okay, you're getting there. The next sentence, please.
Bienvenue à mon premier course.
Bienvenue à mon premier cours.
Premier course.
Cours.
Course.
Okay. Now, you will notice as we study this language that there are certain vowel combinations, like AU is going to always be O,
Oh,
and OU is going to be U, course. Okay. So I want you to always keep in mind that if you see the EU, like in de, it's going to be sound, de, O. So if you look at these vowel combinations, EU is AU is O, and where's it? OU is OO. Okay.
Oh,
OU. So premier cours. Okay. De. O. All right. So pretty soon your eye is going to be able to look at the words and see the vowel combinations, and it'll give you a hint on how you're going to pronounce that. Right. Now,
ma'am,
I, I hope
ma'am,
that I'm not,
OU,
what?
ma'am, OU sound is O, O
AU.
and O, AU sound is O and OU
Yes.
sound is U.
Videos O. Dr. Madvi. OU is O.
O.
Okay.
U, U,
Now, I want you to do this one more time since you're back, Dr. Deepti. Do you want to try it one more time?
ma'am,
No,
E. I want to no EU sound. EU.
de. J'ai envoyé
Yeah,
de,
do.
not do, So it's EU, de. All right. Now I'm going to go to abiento. We'll see you soon, the next class. And practice the gargle R, which we worked on tonight, and the J, which we talked about before. I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. Okay. So I would like to get your feedback on the class. I worked hard
Awesome.
to try to
I like
train your,
this session. It's
I
so
worked
amazing and I learned a lot from you.
good. I'm glad to hear that because I'm trying to help you tonight to train your ear. Okay. And also to make that eye coordination when you see combinations of vowels together like EU, AU, OU, you'll begin to start guessing how the word is pronounced because they put these, whenever we have vowels that are joined together, they become a diphthong and they have a different sound than each one of the vowels individually. But I don't want to get too heavy into that kind of I just want to tell you it's been a pleasure working with you. And I hope that you didn't feel like I was being too critical because there's no point in us doing this if you're not learning the correct way to pronounce the words, right? You agree?
True, ma'am.
Yes.
Terrible,
Agree.
ma'am.
Yes,
Easy.
ma'am.
Oh,
Yes,
look at this
ma'am.
beautiful certificate. This is
Yes,
really
ma'am.
good.
It is so
You know,
easy to learn with you. It become easy.
I want to tell you
Yeah.
something. This is a terrific certificate of gratitude. I'm going to be posting this all over the internet. You can count on it. All right, you really
Ma'am,
can
I
count
made
on
a
it.
trophy also. I'll share the trophy also.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let
Well,
me share it with
so
him as
the
well.
class went kind of long. We've been at this for about an hour and 15 minutes. I'm sorry if it kept you from doing what you had to do, but oh, look at this. You see this? Let me see this. Ooh. Yay, I'm famous.
Oh,
You're already
yes,
famous,
ma'am.
ma'am. You're already
Yes,
famous.
ma'am.
Uh, so
You are
I
you are
always keep
famous
saying to
person.
my shining stars that you should look it out, like search if you on the YouTube, Facebook. Ma'am is absolutely awesome. So yeah, you're
Oh,
already famous, ma'am.
thank you very kindly for that. One of the things that you may not know about me because you haven't been with me as long as Namya has, but I am a professional comedian. I write humor and I
Stand-up
do humor
comedy.
shows. So that is one of the reasons why maybe my teaching approach is a little different than some of the professors that you had, because I figure if we can't laugh while we're doing this, what are we doing here, right? So, but I enjoyed the class very much,
Ma'am,
and so
I want to say something. Ma'am, this is
okay.
the reason this class is so amazing and so fabulous. Because of your smiling, because of your laughing, this class become amazing.
Well,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you for that. I appreciate it. I appreciate it because you know, it's just my personality to always go for the laugh. But that doesn't ever mean that I'm making fun of you. It just means that I just like to keep things light, and
True, ma'am.
you worked very hard tonight, and you are, if you spend some time on the exercises, because Dr. Mata, you gave everybody a copy of this, right? So that
For sure,
they
ma'am.
can,
Certainly. And we have already recorded the whole session, so they will go through it. Merci
yeah.
beaucoup, Madame Jenny. Thank you very much, respected
Mon
ma'am.
plaisir.
L'appréciation de
Ça
jour de
fait
Merci
vérité.
beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Absolument genial.
Merci beaucoup.
The session
Thank
was
you.
truly
So,
outstanding and thoughtfully conducted with grace and gentle humor because absolutely we have a famous stand-up comedian with professional education and a great experience. So we are confident that the student will remember this pronunciation, I think, for a long time because we sincerely look forward to more session, ma'am. Sure, as will be highly beneficial for all the learners. So you can truly see how much we all admire and love you as we are beginning our, because it's your morning right now and we are beginning our Valentine's Day with you. So how much
yeah.
we love you, ma'am.
Happy Valentine's Day to all of you.
You're very happy
Um,
Valentine's.
I'm going
Happy
to,
Valentine's Day, ma'am.
go to bed tonight because it's the 13th. And in the morning, I'll wake up and I'll have my Valentine breakfast because I bought a very special donut at the supermarket.
Oh,
And it's extremely rich and covered with chocolate frosting. And it's just obscene, but I'm going to eat it anyway with my coffee.
oh.
So, anyway. So
So
it's been a
now we
pleasure.
are also going to order some dessert, ma'am, after listening you. They all must be planning now. And
Anyway,
let me tell you, my dear
Yes,
Shining
ma'am.
Star, the more while having sweet and honey, the more you'll speak French. I think it will because French is a melting sound, right? So you can speak
yes.
more better than.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, as I said, my I started learning French when I was a freshman in high school, and it took 4 years and then years at university. But my very first French teacher was Parisian, and we at that time I was going to a religious school, a Catholic school, and so. But in the United States at that time, every first period we had to say the Pledge of Allegiance. And so I don't know if you do that in India, but we say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the
Ma'am,
United States
same,
of America
same.
We do.
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. But I said that every single day for 9 months. And here I am 1,000 years later, and I can still say it. Je jure fidélité au drapeau des États-Unis et à la République que ce drapeau représente. Une nation indivisible sur le regard de Dieu avec la liberté et la justice pour tous. So here, 1,000 years later, I'm still remembering that teacher and what she taught me. And now I'm here to share a little bit with you.
Janya, ma'am. So we are not feeling like to leave, but yeah.
Thank
We
you for
want
these.
you to celebrate Valentine's. So
Thank you
merci
so
beaucoup,
much for
ma'am.
these very beautiful awards. It's absolutely wonderful. Thank you kindly and see you next time. Okay. Au
Au
revoir.
revoir.
Mille
Au
Au
merci,
revoir.
ma'am.
revoir. À
À la
la
prochaine.
prochaine.
Merci.
C'est un
Happy
cinéma.
birthday.
Wait a minute, my dear youngsters.